Alright, and we are back with a short time of Pathfinder. Let's get into it. Hey you, I've got my eyes on you. Great. So we walk forward, and she's waiting for us as Wolfjith said, Brother Wolfjith, you got my message then. Sorry I couldn't swing back sooner, dear sister Charisme. It was just one thing after another. First, I was in shackle. Next, well, no, I was still in shackles, and I was being watched. And then the chief got me out, and I came here straight away. I knew you'd be waiting on me. Enough talking, or else we'll be here all night. We had a clear plan. We were going to wait for nightfall, slip into the shop, grab the goods, and leave. Even if the neighbors called the guard, there was time to get away. But what happened? That bitch Irabeth showed up almost right away. She knew we'd be there. Somebody betrayed us, and I have a good idea who it was. What do you have to say to that? Make it quick. Well, Jeff, tell us the side of the story. What happened? He speaks. I thought Wolfjeff only brought someone so he'd have someone behind him if thing went south. What's there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Charisma got the six of us together in this very basement. Me and those five over there. I mean, she rounds us up, and she says we got a score, ancestries, and wonder. The one place nobody has ever been able to hit. The place that's guarded by a golem, but now a powerful scroll that would knock out a golem just happened to come into our possession. Along with the tip-off that the shop owner would be gone on that particular night. All six of us, a bit of magic, and we all know a bit of magic, and we know that enchanted jug will sell for a pretty penny, so we're in. And the most important thing was that none of us was to be hanging around the shop ahead of the job. No casing out the place, no calling attention to ourselves from either the golem or its master. This job was top secret. That's all true so far. Go on. We did everything right. With the lock and the golem, I picked the lock. I remembered it clear as day. Sister Dalna was on the lookout. Brother Mulroon had the scroll. Doofy, Tavi, and Varnier brought the snacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up rings and tossing them in the sack. And one right expensive one rolled away from me. I crawled under the table after it. And next thing I know, Irabeth was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still under the table. Not my finest moment. I was going to wait it out, but then those blockheads were dragging me out by the tail and put me in shackle. They took all my rings off me, about 20,000's worth. And to add to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. So they caught you, poor thing, stripped you of your loot, and you didn't even manage to stash anything. Where's the moon of the abyss, Brother Wolfjiff? It was an amulet. It used to sit on a little cushion in the window of an ancestry and wonder. Sterling silver sparkled like a star, fine piece of work. On one side there was a half moon, a crescent, a waning moon, and in the middle there was a dark crystal. Like it was eclipsing the moon. Old Philemon was so proud of that amulet. He used to say, I'll never sell it. Its jewel is my collection. I used to go there and see all kinds of treasure. There in the world, there's nothing else that looks like that in Canabras. People used to claim that it was a powerful thing, but who's to say? If you ever stole anything like that, you'd have the guards on you the seconds you tried to fence it. Everybody knew that you were always hanging around the ancestries and warders drooling over the moon of the abyss. Did you think you could swipe it off in all the commotion and keep it for yourself? Did you hope that we'd all be locked up and you'd get off scot-free, and with a fancy trinket to boot? Don't take me for mug, Wolfjiff. I swear to you. Why would Irabeth arrest her own informant? Took the words right out of my mouth. It doesn't make sense. If it was the rat, it'd have been kissed on her own end and been long gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fella, not an idiot. Why would I go against family like Don Datello? So the fish in the sun can have twice Wolf's sized dinner. The moon of the abyss is a pretty bubble, to be sure, but it's just an amulet, ain't worth dying over. You knew Erebeth's people would protect you, you knew you could pin their moon going missing on them, and now you've come here with backup. You knew exactly what I was going to say to you. Only problem is nobody returned the amulet to Philemon. Are you giving Erebeth a cuff? Is that a cut? Is that it? Have you seen her? Do you think she'd take a cut of anything I offered her? She can't be bought. She like 3 arrows of Iomede all rolled into one. He speaks the truth. You'll find some knights who'll take bride. I'm sorry to say, but Erebeth Terabade isn't one of them. Go on, Wolfjeff. That's a whole story, sorry. Some family this turned out to be. This is just a name in the end. In a real family, people take each other's at their word. They don't throw around accusation. I didn't take the moon of the abyss. What am I gonna do with it? You can't sell it to no crusader. It's a special item. You can't wear it. It'll get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure, but it ain't all that pretty. If it's that important to you, Sister Charisma, I'll find it and I'll drag the traitor out here by his horn, just so you don't end up at the bottom of the Selin. But you know what you're gonna owe me for that? An apology, right here in front of everyone. You're going to apologize loud and clear so everybody hears it. You'll say, sorry, Wolfjeff. You're a good guy and I was wrong about you. Fine. You're one of my people, which is why I'm going to give you some time. But if you run, Brother Wolfjeff, the family will get you, wherever you go. You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, fearing poison in every cup and every meal. You'll look into the eyes of every tiefling you meet, wondering if the families come for you. You'll have no peace, but one day you'll be tired of running and you'll stop to catch your breath, and that's it. That's when we'll get you. Got that? You're away with heart, Sister Charisma. Away almost made me wet myself, but away nonetheless. Let's go, Chief. We'll go chat with Kerrigal Erebeth. She knows a little we can ask about and everything. Kenabres is burning while you're scrabbling instead of fleeing the city. I'd be glad to leave like the rest of my brothers and sister, but in the family there's nothing worse than betrayal, and it's something we don't forgive. We don't forgive anyone who lets traitor off the hook either. If I don't find the rat, my superiors, let's just say, I wish I was burning in Kenabres. I was to keep living, so I'm going to take a chance. I want to keep living, so I'm going to take a chance. Until I find out who's the traitor here, no one is leaving. I'll find a real traitor. Cool. Then we'll leave. That was something. I'm sure he stole it. Like 100% he took it, but not because he wants to sell it. Not because he wants to sell it away. I think it's an actual like real so Sun Moon. Yeah, I think it's the I think he stole it, but not because it's a valuable trinket, but because he knows it's a powerful magic artifact and he's gonna use it for himself. But who knows? Who knows? I'm just saying. But that feels like his character, or maybe he's just like a really good guy. But we'll see. Also, I was thinking about the party, like party specs and everything. I think since I'm going evil route, right, I'm gonna lose Scylla for sure at some point. So I was thinking of replacing Scylla with one of the ghouls that is like a tank, and then replacing Wolfjeff with the healer. It's true. It's a wizard. Anyways, we can go talk to Erebeth. Since we already won the demon attack in a weird way, I'm feeling pretty confident about this. So Erebeth is over this side. So let's ask her a few questions. Any success? How's the city? There's a trader I'm trying to track down. Who is your informant among the tiefling? Canabris is threatened by demon horde and you have enough spare time to help out thieves. I don't like this, but I hope you know what you're doing. I'll tell you everything I know. I did not see my informant's face. He slipped out of the dark alley, handed me a note, and disappeared. He had a cloak with a hood masking his face, but the long horns, I didn't fit under it. There should be a guardian golem in Ancestries and Wonder. The shop they tried to rob. The owner gave us construct code words, just in case. The golem itself was destroyed, but the head seems to be intact. If you can interrogate the thing and find out what it saw, the code word is End of Irori. Master of Master, the Enlightened One, the Perfect Human. The shop's owner must have escaped, but there's a chance you'll get lucky with the golem. Great, let's go to the magic shop item, but first we'll rest here. We'll just rest. Why are we resting? Just because if we don't rest, it's gonna be annoying because corruption and everything, right? I do like her always being on hypothesis. I'm sad I don't take her in the party, but I'm already a wizard, so there's no use to getting her. Oh, did she save it? No, she didn't. All right, well, whatever. Everybody has their spell slots and whatnot, so let's go. Let us go to the shop, right?
We do it my way.
Run. Let's take these. And let us head towards this. Let's enter. Wow, no fight. We got pretty lucky on this one, I guess.
Follow if you dare.
Finnian, the talking weapon. Phew! Free at last. I thought I'd be flattened like a pancake under the rubble. Much obliged. Damn, I'm not even in pain, but my head is still foggy. For some reason... What's with all the hubbub in the city? My name's Finnian, I'm Pathfinder. Is there anything... I'm a Pathfinder. What? Is there anything I can do to help? I will. You're a Pathfinder? That's right, Finnian, Dismar, Pathfinder, and Crusader. I roam around the world wound wherever tasks lead me, scouting mostly, but this last while I've just been hanging around the Canabris, waiting until I'm needed again. I'm bored out of my mind, but at least this shop makes for better lodging than some inn. What I meant was, what are you? What's that supposed to mean? I just told you. You want to know where I hail from? Is that it? Well, I'm from around here actually. We Khalids of the Star Eye clan fled when the Whirlwind troubles began, but I couldn't stand by while the demons wreaked havoc, so I came back. A phantom blade? Or did you just mean ask about my weapon of choice? My best weapon is every weapon. I'm a skilled and capable fellow, if I do say so myself. I can swing a sword and poke with a spear, but I'm best at communing with the spirits. They call folk like me phantom blades. Phantom blades? What's that? It's like a spiritualist, but with a twist. It means that some spirit took a liking to me at some point, and it can turn into whatever weapon I need. Handy, eh? I don't need any whetstones or enchantments. Doesn't take up space either. Although, to be fair, it's not a battle of love. The spirits has bestowed this kind of power don't come from happy places. They're not exactly bright eyes and bushy tails. They usually appear after a great battle that leave few survivors. The city is under attack by the demons. Wait, what? The last thing I saw was some thieves breaking in here. Then the guards came. Everyone was running around. After that, it's just a bit of a blur. Right when things got intense, they dropped the cabinet on me. I couldn't even help the owner. I was just lying under the shelf like a dimwit until you came along. If there's demon in Canabras, we must do something about it. The city needs every blade it can get. Hey, do you mind taking me with you? I don't think I can handle this alone. And besides, the more the merrier. Yo, this guy is weird. Alright, I'll take you with me. I swear you won't regret it. I can do all sort of things. Is there anything you pray is missing? A sword, a spear, a bow? Just say the word. You now have a unique companion, Finnian, the talking weapon. You can access him through the special button in your inventory. Click on it to initiate dialogue with him, or change its form to make him take the shape of a weapon before handing him to the character of your party. There are no limitations to changing Finnian's form. Finnian will become more powerful as his personal story progresses. Okay. Quarterstaff, light crossbow, heavy crossbow, dagger club.
Now what is that?
Demonic heart. Spiral shell? Some scroll have been torn apart. Pipe fox. Summon a pipe fox familiar. +3 on insight, +2 on perception skill check. All of it, please.
I'm off.
Polished oak. Polished oak. Unique weapons. Okay, let's get to the golem. Code word correct. Awaiting orders. Tell me about any suspicious people who came into the shop last week. 56 individual entered the shop. Human, female, old, gnome, male, old, female. Any suspicious people? Tiefling. 3 male, middle age, tiefling male, young, tiefling female, young. Above average height. Long pale hair, tail not observed. Long horn, eye color blue. Special officer, scar on nose. Okay, I don't know. I own that one. Yarval most likely gold stitching hair. Wouldn't mind getting to know her a little better. Medium height, short horn curling backward, medium length tail, eye color yellow. Horn hair tail. Sounds like me. But it's not possible. I know what the security is like here. I didn't come near this place. I give my word. I give me my word, Chief. Oh, that's a recruiter. I bet my life on it. Charisma drilled it to her head that we wasn't to go hanging about the shop, but red hair. We've got a couple ginger and plenty more who get it out of a bottle. So much for a special observation. Golem ain't all that cracked up to be, eh? Maybe its master knows more. Where is your master? My master is hiding. Is in his hiding place. Revealing the location is prohibited. 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 The basement is below. I guard the basement. Leaving my post is prohibited.
Anything for you.
Okay, so we just scoop him up. Placing to the side and onto the basement we go.
I am helpful, am I not?
I do what I must.
Marauders, bandits, scavengers. Shut up or you'll pay for your insults with your life. The Eagle Watch have probably caught up with the bandit by now, and you won't get off lightly either. You can be sure of that. You Wolfjeff, you dirty little sneak thief. You've been sniffing around my shop for years, finally worked up the courage to rob me. Did you get out of here? You and your pals have taken everything already, I'm sure. My name's Finnian Fruliatros. I was the owner of the shop, but I'm not sure I can claim to be the owner of anything now. I hope there's at least something left of it. Oh, come off it. Your shop's fine. It's a bit ransackled. Maybe, but nothing a bit of spit and polish can fix. Or are you the night of the robbery? Do you think I robbed my own shop? I was here in the basement. I was told to make it look like I left. The watch was very keen and to get their hands on those tiefling. They seem to be multiplying all over Golarion, so of course I did everything they said, and I've stuck in the basement since then. The golem wouldn't move away from the door no matter how much I yelled at it. But when I thought that it was all to the good, somebody came by after the guards and caused a ruckus upstairs, bellowing like a mad, taking advantage of my absence. Tell me about the tiefling that visited ancient trees and wonders recently. Why should I tell you anything about my customer? You're not from the city guard or the Eagle Watch. Chief, if he keeps digging his heel in, just say the word. I'll know to loosen his tongue. I'll just let him. I ain't even gonna try. I'm just gonna let him have a little chat with the Devourer Demon from the depth of the abyss. I'll tell you everything, yes. I really did trick that pup. I didn't know it'd go flying halfway across the yard. What? Tiefling? Tell us about the tiefling. Wolfjeff, right? Yes, I've known him a long time, though I'd rather not know him at all. He's been skulking around my shop for years, treating the place like a free museum. He always wanted to go to the moon of the abyss. I'd chase him out, but he'd just slink back in again. If he was with the gang that robbed my shop, I bet anything he swiped the moon. Oh, how come I'm the prime suspect? Whoever betrayed us all, that's the one who got the moon. I want to see it return too. Do you get me? I don't get the idea of other people grubby mitts on it. Tell me about the red hair. I suppose, yes, there was one who came in, spent a long time looking around. He was a person of modest means, I could tell by his clothes, but he asked me to show him an SMR-made chainmail. He certainly couldn't afford it. That's when I suspected that something was off. I checked everything after he left, but nothing was missing, and that's put my mind at ease. I can't remember what he looked like, but I didn't get a good look at his face. All I remember is that he was wrapped in a green cloak like he was freezing, but that's all I have. That's it. With that description, we'll surely sniff him out. Come on, Chief. Back to Sister Charisma. We got to have a good long shifty at all my brothers and put all these clues together. Something else Mirror Trader isn't gonna wriggle out of this one. Toil tiefling woman, blah blah. Okay, cool.
I'm gone.
Let us go. Still very much thinking it's Wolf Jeff who took it. Like maybe someone else did something bad, but maybe something else like ratted them out or something. But Wolf Jeff for sure took the Moon of the Abyss. Like for sure, for sure. Sure, we can gain a little bit of XP while we go there.
Save the last one for me. I'll cut you wide open.
Don't hold back.
So it is vulnerable for the next 24 seconds. Okay, cool.
Cover me, all right?
Just exploding.
Inheritor, guide my blade. They'll beg me to stop.
The spirits demand your blood.
Cool. Little fight. Just a little bit of EXP. Just gaining a tiny bit of EXP. We did the fight and we were like a bit over leveled, so alright, cool.
We do it my way.
Take a good look at the suspect. The tiefling are tense, ready to reach for their weapon. The only reds are Milorn and Doofy. The dark-skinned tiefling are Vanir, Doofy, and Milorn. Doofy, Milorn, and Tavi have straight horn, but Tavi is female. Only Vanir. The red-haired tiefling who wears a green cloak as a traitor. Now all that remains is to put the pieces together and expose the culprit. Okay, so, Milord and Duffy. So it's Milorn. I like how they're all lined up to be killed. I mean, look, we'll check. I'm pretty sure it's Wolf Jiff for some reason. You'll pay for this. Volpiel and Efaza will get you in the end. Tries to run and he just gets shanked to death. Grab him and oh, okay, he didn't die at the very least. He didn't die. He confessed someone connected the cult of Baphomet ordered him to steal the Moon of the Abyss, and the best idea he could come up with was to drag us into it. He got the scroll to take out the golem. He betrayed us to Erebeth so that he could swipe the amulet in chaos. He thought we'd get nicked and eat Slink off to get his customer. So we've got the Moon of the Abyss. Let me look at it one more time. My whole life I've of holding it in my hand for a second. He said when you go to the window display, the moon was gone. He's lying, of course. He had time to hand the mood off to the person who ordered it. Bloody cultist. I don't really give a toss, but just glad we get to the bottom of this. The family is tiefling only, sadly. What are you gonna do now? Clear out this place, the sooner the better. This city is dying, I don't want to die with it. The city could have already died if not for people who stood and defended it with weapons in their hands. So defend it. I'm not stopping you. It's your city, but we've always been outsiders here. Why fight? Why would we fight for you now? What are we gonna do with the traitor? He'll be sent to visit his distant relative on their farm to think about what he did. Any more questions? I imagine the farm is pretty. I have to go. Good decision. I don't think to hang around long myself. Sister, you forgot something. Well, now you should be happy to be alive. An apology. You promised an apology loudly in front of everyone. We're alone now, but I still want to hear it. Well, so sorry, I suppose, for being wrong about you this time. I don't think just because I didn't like a jerk this time, this one time, that it cancels out the rest of your records. I know all about you. Until next time, old Jeff. Okay, cool. We didn't pass the check with Amber, but that's life. It is what it is. Better than nothing. Listen, Chief. When you've got a spare minute, come see me. I've got something I want to discuss with you, but for now, let's get out of here. I don't like sitting below ground when the building above is ready to crash down on our head.
What do we have here? Now, what is that? I hope you appreciate this.
Ooh, some nice loot. Alright, did like almost everything. And we can go back. Great! We did the Wolfjiff storyline. So the stolen moon, the traitor is no longer putting the tiefling at risk, and Wolfjiff has been clear of all charges, but the moon of the abyss is gone. And possibly en route to its new owner. The tale of distrust and treachery is at an end. However, Wolfjiff wants to discuss something with the commander in private. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna talk to Wolfjiff, and then we'll see what he ends up wanting to do. He's probably gonna join us and then ask for us to go after the moon, which is good. We'll do that. That seems like a good storyline, I feel, but I just don't know where it is.
Follow if you dare.
So let's go talk to Wolfjiff, and then we will call it a video, I think.
Psst, look, Chief, I got something to show you. Ta-da! A real beaut, isn't it?
I knew it! I knew it! Did you really have the amulet this whole time?
Since that night, Chief, Melround didn't even set eyes on it. While he was dealing with the golem, I sneaked past them, and that was that.
So you did betray the tieflings.
Oof, that cuts me deep, Chief. You and I saw who the traitor was. It's just that when we robbed the shop, I went in first and took what I wanted. Although, of course, I did think about hiding the moon and just taking myself off somewhere warm when all this blows over. But only because I want to see the world. Is it a crime to want to travel? Huh? Is that what counts for treachery these days? Thieves have their ways.
Why didn't you give the amulet to Charisma right away?
What? So she would slay me right away, you mean? You saw how antsy she was over Canabras and all this. So I did it. I took the Moon of the Abyss. But I didn't go to Erebeth. And Big Sister wouldn't hear my explanations. She doesn't have the time. I even thought I'd hide the moon somewhere, and then when all the noise had died down, I'd go get it and make a run for it. I'm sick of the thieflings. And they never appreciated me anyway.
Why did you steal the Moon of the Abyss? You wouldn't have been able to sell an item so rare anyways.
Why, he asks? It's expensive. Pretty. And you know, it's my amulet, actually. Not meaning I stole it, but... I mean, this is my inheritance. My grandma and I were poor. All we had was a jewelry box with the moon in it. She used to store it under the floor in the basement, and she'd take it out sometimes just to look at it. She was always nicer when she had a few drinks in her, so I could ask her things then. One time I asked where I got it from, and she said it was from a demon. You know, the demon who was my grandfather. He said the moon was to be passed down. My mom was good for nothing and nobody, so that's why Grandma decided to keep the amulet for me. She used to say it would be mine when I grew up. But she couldn't wait until I grew up. She squandered my inheritance when she became a drunk. Took it to Fileman's shop and pawned it. He gave her some coppers for it, and she didn't even haggle. Just grabbed them and ran back to the tavern before last orders. I've been going to Fileman's to look at the moon ever since I was a kid. He chased me away, but I just kept going back, so eventually he gave up. He didn't skimp on security. The place was like a fortress, so he wasn't worried about a street rat like me pinching anything. Even when I got more skilled, I couldn't get any closer to it. One day, I had no one to go with. Another day, there were only oafs who'd never stolen anything more than a church donation box. But when Charisme had planned everything out, I realized I had a chance to get the moon and move away from here. Maybe to Garand. I hear it's warmer there. I've stayed with the family for too long.
You did the right thing by not giving away the amulet. Stealing from the thieves isn't even stealing. You have to put yourself first.
Allies, friends, it's all a load of crap. Life brings us together, forces us to make plans, do whatever it is we do, but it's a safe bet that this ain't forever. I might be a traitor, but the others, are they any better than me? Melround had a good reputation in the family. He was trusted, and you see what happened. If you abide by the law, anyone can rob you. So you need to break the law first when no one expects it, and run before you go soft and get too attached. Whatever you think, I owe you. I'm not just a thief. I have my own business selling things. Thanks to you, I'm still in the family, and we have the black market sewn up in this city. It's a good way to sell valuables. So, if you need anything, a scroll or something, just say the word. I have a little portal to our people in Erosian. You put a note there, and you get what you need. I can't get you anything big, but what they do have is all high quality. Nothing's too good for you, Chief. What's mine is yours. For a price, of course.
Alright, it's chill. I like Wolf Jiff. Sad things probably won't be making it to the in the final party, but you know. So we finished Stolen Moon, which is great. And honestly, I'm gonna call it a day for today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow or the next day. I'll probably be streaming on a Monday during the day. I'll probably stream like a long time for this game. So with that being said, I'll see you guys then. Have a good one.